Hey guys, press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Pink Villa.
Every gully nukkad had a dance class. I said, okay, that's great. That's great for dance, but how are we going to take that level up? Because this is the very important factor. So I shut down all my classes. I'm telling you, we did one night of shooting only for that. Just to get the dhua right. Because he said, I will not do it in post. So Deepika came for the shot and he was not convinced she was not wearing makeup, but Deepika was looking gorgeous. Without makeup, she looked gorgeous. She actually did the tissue paper test to check if she had any base on. She did it.
His body of work is deeper and larger than the ocean. He is witty, inspirational and super down to earth. Hi guys, it's me Avantika and I have with me this one man who is definitely one of the reasons why dance is such a huge cult in our nation today. Welcome on board, Terence Lewis. Hello.
Thanks. That was a fantastic introduction, Avantika. I don't know whether I will be able to live up to all those epithets,
I think
but thank you very much.
Have, and everyone, like we all witnessed it.
Thanks, I appreciate it, and with great humility I accept it, and yeah, keep the blessings coming.
Okay, so first up, congratulations, because when I read the brief, I was like, we totally want to do this and be a part of it.
Yeah.
So you tell me, where was the trigger? Why did you think that, we have to take this up?
It's a very interesting question, and I'm going to talk about it on a very personal level. So what happened was, every year end, okay, I take 2 days off, I get out of the city. I just want to kind of look back at my life and say, hey, what's happening with me? What are the challenges I'm facing? And what should I do for my next year? And when I was looking back, I said the biggest challenge was for me was to kind of get off my phone. What was happening was I was on my phone for almost 8 to 10 hours. And I was browsing through certain things because everything seems interesting, whether it's in information or news, or even if I'm consuming Netflix or just kind of looking at popular videos which I want to kind of use for my spiritual processes or whatever. I was basically consuming a lot just on the phone, and I was not doing anything about my physical and active life, and that had reduced. And I realized I was becoming a junkie in a certain way and I was getting addicted. The key is not to run away from it. The key is to kind of find a balance. And I was like, if I'm struggling with this, I'm sure this is a struggle which is even more stronger for a lot of people. And I always feel this, that we are very popular with likes, but probably lonely. And we're going to end up very digitally active but physically inert. So I thought if I could probably be the ambassador of dance, because I'm the face of dance in this country. I have been teaching dance for the last 20 years, and I've also broken 3 Guinness Book World Records, right? With the largest number of people coming and dancing. I said, what if I go and kickstart everybody to just come and have fun and dance with me? It's actually ABCD. Anybody can dance. And this title actually is something that I had used many years ago, then I gave Remo sir to make the movie out of it. So I said, I'm going to kind of revamp this and go back on the streets, in each city, and take this dance initiative and start this, great Indian dance revolution, which is Ab Sar Utha Ke Jiyo, because all of us are right now on our phones.
Oh, that's
so Ab Sar Utha Ke Jiyo, and that's the idea, to kind of galvanize a movement, and create a certain kind of a revolution where everybody becomes, happy, active, dance positive, cities.
Yeah.
And that's why I took this initiative. It's a 5-year initiative, and I'm going to cover 3 cities every month. So I'm keeping it very realistic, so I can handle my work. Because otherwise, it's like over-promising something and not delivering, and say, okay, I'm going to, champion this cause of, making everybody so, active, and then not being able to follow it through. So I'm very clear that if I do something, I need to follow it through. So here is a very sound plan. It's not a marketing gimmick. It's really something that I really believe in. I really feel that what marathon is to fitness, masterclass should be to dance. It should create a revolution.
Initially, it was like a birthday party mein dance karo and all of that. You made it and you went out there and said that, you know what, you can take it up as a profession.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I want to know, how has it changed, because you've really changed the face of dance.
It has to again become it was a very personal thing. When I was young, like you, when I was in my 20s, and I was on the anvil of choosing a career in dance, I had a huge stigma with it. Because, there was this whole shaming about, oh, dancer? And it was like, damn, this is really hard. But somehow something, my inner voice told me, do it, just do it. Don't let your ego take over, because your academics are great, but this is about your passion. So when I finally got into a television show which required me to choreograph, namely Dance India Dance, and before that there were also dance reality shows, they were only going around Bollywood. I said, how can I bring a certain amount of skill and a certain amount of dexterity, a certain amount of talent which is what I want to bring to the fore and showcase the dancer and showcase his journey and showcase the hard work and showcase the artistic side of dance. And once people appreciated that, suddenly from season 1, 2, 3, and especially with Shakti winning and the training and everything else, you know, the show made me also, and in a way, what I did for dance, it came back to me also. A lot of respect, a lot of love I got, and I'm really, really, really grateful to that we were, you know, me, Remo and Geeta were the first pioneers of that. And of course, me specifically with training, because I really felt, okay, now that everybody really respects dance, the second thing would be, okay, who is training the trainers? Because dance had become the buzzword. Every gully nukkad had a dance class. I said, okay, that's great. That's great for dance, but how are we going to take that level up? Because this is the very important factor. So I shut down all my classes and I started the Terence Swiss Professional Training Institute. So we don't teach public.
Oh, okay.
We don't teach public at all. We only teach people who are really interested, who can give us 4 hours of their life every day for 5 days a week for a year.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very happy to be a part of something which is, you know, solid, which is also taking the level up. Because for me, dance is not a business, it's my passion. So that's why.
And of course, you know, you can see the change because people have now started recognizing who the choreographer is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're asking questions like, okay, who's the choreographer of this song? Like, it's really cool steps.
I still remember when we saw Ang Laga De, it has to. The first thing was like, how was it choreographed this beautifully? And we need to know because it was not particularly dance.
Yeah, it was not.
But it was
sensual,
just,
yeah.
Yeah, it was so musical. And
and all thanks to Deepika, and definitely I would say Bhansali sir, because he was somebody who said, you know, Terence, can we minimalize dancing? I said, but it's such a beautiful song, I can give you so much more. He said, yeah, but I want to, you know, capture her sensuality. And I kind of went with it. And then he said, just on the bed, give me something which will just captivate, you know, the mood of the song.
And everyone still remembers that.
That Diya is a big topic. The inside story you can't tell. There was a person, you know, Bhansali sir is very, 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 you know, particular. He had one person only to do the Diya, and we didn't do any CG. So it was not like post-made, you know, you put dhua and all that. No,
it was a real
it is
thing.
live. There's dhoop. This was called dhoop. That dhoop was live, and that there was one assistant just to make sure that the dhoop ka jo level of, you know, how much dhua should come should be exactly this amount, should not be too much, so that when she puts her hair up, you should see the smoke coming out. I'm telling you, we did one night of shooting only for that.
Oh my God.
Just to get the dhua right. Because he said, I will not do it in post. This is the inside joke which I'm going to tell you again. Bhansali sir was very clear. We reshot that song because we shot 2 days, and then sir felt that, you know, the costume was not even so great.
Okay.
And it was a black costume, and now what you see it is in a white costume. So in the white costume, very clearly, you know, just a night before, Bhansali sir sent me a text message saying that I'm not getting excited about this costume. Also, I don't like the makeup. I said, okay, what do you think if I make Deepika go without makeup? I said, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, did you?
So Deepika came for the shot, and he was not convinced she was not wearing makeup, but Deepika was looking gorgeous. Without makeup, she looks gorgeous. Yeah. She actually did a tissue paper test to check if she had any base on. She did it.
Wow.
He didn't allow her to put any makeup. Without makeup, that girl has gone, okay, and of course she's gorgeous, any which ways. Complete opposite of Mr. Ranveer Singh. He has one dollops of makeup and full bronzer on his body. But Baba is Baba. I mean, his energy on the set is something else. It was supposed to be a sensuous song. I took, you know, way to calm him down because he's so amazingly, naturally hyper and high, which is lovely to have something like that as an energy. So I had a great time, you know, and I had 2 very capable assistants also, Shampa and Bertie, who did an amazing job and continued with the song because I was busy. So they did a great job too.
You know what I especially love about, like, now I'm talking to you, is that you name each and every person, so you're giving due credit.
Yeah, because they have to, like Shampa and Bertram were my assistants there.
Like, you give credit where there's
they did
due,
the job.
you know?
They did the job. You know, we all work, but it's not for money. It's for that respect. It's for that credit. You know, if somebody can throw a lot of money at me, that's great. I mean, it's okay. It takes care of certain things. But I think when somebody respects you, when somebody values you, I think that for me is, there's no price to it.
Like when I'm talking to you, even before we started rolling out, that you had this person who was super grounded and stuff. Okay, and something that you don't see usually when you get like this instant fame. So what would that one advice be to someone who's pursuing dance, wanting, should they give up, not give up? Because there's a lot of obstacles even today.
Okay, I'll quote a very nice line by a very famous choreographer, Mark Graham. And she had one of the dancers, you know, in a situation where one of the dancers just came up to her and said, should I dance? And you know what her answer was? If you have to ask, the answer is no. And it's such a simple line, but it kind of says everything. You shouldn't be, if you have a single doubt in your head, you won't make it. If you're completely convinced, that's fine. You may have doubts about how you're going to make it, that's different.
Okay.
That we may not know. Nobody has a clear-cut answer. But you should have no doubt about the fact that this is my only choice. That this is the only what I want to do.
Anything else, yeah, just this.
So you need to, so let's be very simple and very clear. One needs to be also practical. One needs to do a SWOT analysis. Strength,
Yes,
weakness,
yes.
opportunity, strengths. Why do you want to be a dancer? That question needs to be asked.
True.
And if you know that answer, that's a good place to start with. Why you want to dance? And from there, for whatever reasons, be very honest. Don't give me, very, social media answers like, I'm born to dance or I love dancing. These are very boring answers.
Yeah.
Really get to the reason why you want to dance. That needs to be very core when nobody is around.
Yeah.
You're asking yourself. You don't need to give this answer to anybody outside. It is an answer to yourself. And if you're not truthful to yourself, this is going to be dangerous for you. So basically, betrayal of oneself is the highest betrayal of all. So you need to be very truthful to yourself.
Okay, so it's obviously meeting him and him not showing us a few moves is something that's something that we don't understand. So,
Before you say anything else, I want to say you have the perfect dance body. So the moment I entered, I was like, wow, are you a dancer? Because you've got the greatest dance body. You need somebody who's flexible. And sometimes the dancer's body just comes out. So in case you're thinking of a job and you want to get into dance,
I'm coming.
You have to come.
Yeah. Thank
But
you
jokes
so
apart,
much.
yeah.
It was lovely meeting you.
Pleasure, yeah.
Let's-
Same. Let's go.
Get on.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
Okay.